Hi everyone, I'm Miss Tan, a teacher at Little But Mighty. What do you do when you come across a word in which you are unsure of in terms of its meaning? One thing you can do to make a reasonable guess is to look at the parts that make it up. In these 2 weeks videos, I'm going to highlight to you some prefixes and suffixes that will help you make a good guess about the meaning of a word. If you have been enjoying our videos and would like to be kept updated with the new releases, do like and subscribe below. The only difference between the two words is the letters DIS, which is a prefix. A prefix is a letter or a group of letters attached to the beginning of a base word that partly indicates its meaning. For example, the word prefix has the prefix pre attached to it, which means before or in front of. Understanding the meanings of these prefixes can actually help us to further understand the words that we come across, especially when a prefix is attached to a word that we already know. It is good to know that adding a prefix to a base word does not change the word class of a word. Both appear and disappear are verbs. Today, I will cover 3 common prefixes that we may encounter in English paper. Number 1, DIS, this. The prefix this reverses the meaning of the verb that is attached to and forms the opposite or the negative. For example, appear means to come into sight, while disappear means something ceases to be visible. Take a look at this sentence in an example editing practice. Since the clue is that the wizard vanished, we know that the wizard had ceased to appear. Adding the prefix this to appear will then form your answer. This makes it easier for you to edit spelling errors in editing. Let's take a look at the word agree. Agree means to have the same opinion. Adding the prefix to agree will form the word disagree, which means to not have the same opinion. The same goes with continue, discontinue, allow, disallow, as well as qualify and disqualify. Can you think of any other pairs? If you can, do comment below. Number 2, MIS, miss. The prefix miss means wrongly or badly, and it is usually attached to a verb. For example, by adding miss to the verb understand, we will have misunderstand. Understand means to know the meaning of something, while misunderstand means to fail to understand something or understanding something wrongly. Let's take a look at this vocabulary example. Firstly, it will be good to cover the prefix miss and read the root form of all the words. Since the clue here is I was told, then the word informed will have the closest meaning. Hence, knowing that the prefix miss means wrongly, then the word misinformed would mean that you were informed wrongly. Other examples would be spell, misspell, behave, and misbehave. If you can think of any other examples, do comment below. Number 3, IN or IM, in or in. The prefix in means not, the opposite of, and without. For example, considerate means to show careful thought, while inconsiderate means thoughtless. The prefix in has the same meaning as the prefix in, but it is used before B, P, and M, sounds that have your lips touching. For example, possible and impossible. That's a spelling tip right there for you. Let's take a look at this vocabulary example. Since the clue here is wait for your turn, you know you have to be patient. The word stop suggests the opposite meaning. Note that since the word patient starts with the letter P, we will use the prefix in instead. Therefore, the answer is impatient. Other examples will be sensitive and insensitive, as well as polite and impolite. Before we conclude part 1, can you try changing the words here by adding the prefixes that we have learned? I hope that you have enjoyed this video and learned something today. I will see you again in part 2 and I'll tell you more about suffixes.